Welcome, students, to the directions, the detailed instructions for parts 4 and 5 of the Africa e-learning packet number 2 for here in spring of 2020. This is going to be combining the instructions for parts 4 and 5 simply because both parts 4 and 5 pretty much ask you to do the exact same assignment. You're going out to videos from the exact same website, looking at that website. For part 4, it's with Egypt. For part 5, it's Kenya, and we'll get into that here in just a minute. But just a reminder, part 4 and 5 is typically the same as what the family of videos might be. When we are in class, we watch the family of videos, and unfortunately the family of videos, they're DVDs, they're in the school building, didn't get those out, weren't able to put them online, and because of that we're actually looking at a different video series. This is the actual video series called the National Geographic Kids Are We There Yet TV series, and we'll be able to kind of take a look at it. The first 2 days, part 4 is going to focus on Egypt. For the last 2 days, part 5, those videos are going to focus on Kenya. And I know that you're all heartbroken because we can't watch the family of videos. So just so that you don't feel left out, there is something I need to make sure that you hear, just so that you don't feel so alone and so left out. And that is, of course, with every family of video, good night. So with that out of our way, let's move on to parts 4 and 5. Parts 4 and 5 pretty much use the exact same video link. Use the videos found at this link to help answer questions on the next few slides. If you click into that, it will go to, let's go ahead and click into it and see what it looks like. Are We There Yet? Adventures in Africa, the National Geographic Kids TV series. And if you notice, here's a video on Egypt animals. Mummies in Egypt is the next one. You've got the Nile River, you've got pyramids, and if you click over here with the arrow, this little arrow right here, that will get you into Kenya with the giraffes, Kenya with baby elephants, rhinos. Click on it one more time, and you see UNICEF school and Samburu tribe. So all the videos that you're going to need are going to be on this one particular page, and just use the arrows back and forth to get to the different videos that you might want to see. Now, you'll notice that this one, it says now playing. So Egypt animals now playing. If I scroll down, you'll actually see the video, and you can click on the triangle and it will actually play it in the screen right there. So you do not need to go out to YouTube or anything like that. We don't have to worry about a creator that hasn't been online for the last 4 years not having updated his settings, which would cause YouTube to kind of block his educational video from being shown to all students. So you just click that and it would play the video, and all the different videos that you're going to need are right up here. Just use the arrows back and forth. So as we go back to this particular slide, you'll notice that the link goes to a web page. It includes a number of different video clips that we just saw. Each of the video clips is about 7 minutes long. You'll watch several clips per part. I think for part 4, the Egypt ones, there's like 4 different slides that are 4 different videos that you will use. And because it will take about 4 each, about 7 minutes long, I'm breaking that out into a 2-day part. So part 4 should take you Monday and Tuesday of the second week if you're following along on the regular timeline. And again, with Kenya, there's actually 5 of those clips that are about 7 minutes long. So once again, I kind of broke that into 2 days. That would be the assignment for Wednesday and Thursday of the second week if you're following that basic timeline. So there's a grand total of about 9 of these clips, all about 7 minutes long. You go out, you watch the video clip, then you actually find facts. If you notice, it says you may need to use the arrow. We talked about all that. For example, use that arrow button to move to see all the Kenya clips. But for Egypt, the first one you're going to be taking a look at is the animals, and you look for a bunch of facts. So you watch that particular, go to the one that says Egypt animals, find a bunch of facts, type the facts up, then move on to the next one. The second video that you're going to watch is the one that's on mummies. And if you remember all those little clips, the first one was on animals, the next one was on mummies. You just kind of go through each of those. And part 4, the next one, Nile River, then pyramids. Then we get into part 5. The color changes up here, so it's part 5. Part 5, you have giraffes, then you have baby elephants, then you have rhino, then UNICEF school, and then finally Samburu tribe. So all the different parts, you'll be looking at different facts. And once you have completed part 4, Monday and Tuesday, and part 5, Wednesday and Thursday, you'll have been finished with the work that you need to do for that second week. So the week, what is it? Probably April 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th. From the 13th to the 16th, Monday through Thursday, all you have to do is parts 4 and 5. So this finishes up parts 4 and 5, the detailed instructions. If you have any questions on it, on any of the parts, not just part 4 and 5, but especially on parts 4 and 5, can't get to things, or the video doesn't seem to be playing well or something like that, please send me an email message. I will get back with you certainly within that day, probably within the next few minutes after you send it, and look forward to hearing any sorts of questions, comments you might have through email. Once again, stay very safe, healthy, well. We're looking forward to seeing you guys. Miss you guys. Looking forward to, when this is all over, seeing you in class. Take care. Bye.